Let's do a mid-September garden tour. So I've had some soil issues this year. This is new soil for me in a new garden setup, so I'm not really sure how much is human error and how much came with the soil. I think there's probably a hefty mix of both. Just because I was over exuberant about having a big garden, I overplanted it on purpose, but just to see what I could get away with. Anyways, so in the garden right now, there is a bunch of things that are still thriving or are newly thriving, and then a bunch of things that are dead that I need to deal with. So I figured we should go and look at it. All right. Up first, we have, this is where I had the very sick broccoli, sprouting broccoli that I pulled out. So I still have this beautiful pink celery. It looks like a little bit of this green celery, just regular celery, got the same issue that was in the broccoli that was right next to it that I pulled out. So I think I'm going to pull that out, even though the plant is currently very healthy. Then I have some arugula in here that I'm not eating, letting it get big and go to seed because I want to save the seed because all the stores are out of arugula seed and I don't feel like ordering it online if I just need one pack. And here I have some Brussels sprouts that are still really small, so they weren't really getting enough sun for a while, so we'll see how they do now that they're getting more sun. An enormous basil plant that is threatening to go to flower, so I keep having to pull the tops off or cut them a little bit lower is even better. This kale is currently very overgrown. It's actually planted in the back of the bed and it's just coming out. It's very leggy and tall. If I actually lift the whole thing up, you can see it's massive. But it's good. I had it for lunch. So I planted more kale, but I just keep harvesting this, and once it gets too big, it'll just break or I'll break it myself. Over here we have some beautiful nasturtiums. They were looking a bit fried and I pruned it hard and now it's come back and it's like literally gorgeous and like a perfect little mound. This is where I had green beans and delicata squash. That's all harvested. So now I have one kale that was hiding under the squash, a volunteer kale. Some little carrots next to it. This is a new seed for me here. Chinese broccoli. It's like, it's not actually broccoli, closer to broccolini, I think, but it's the kind of a bitter thing that you stir fry. Apparently it's good with soy sauce. I don't know. We'll see. It's a late season plant. So I figured give it a try. Okay, this is a whole row that just now germinating of lettuce. Oh, let's look at things that did not do well. Whatever happened. I made a video about this already about my sugar snap peas. They're just, I was wondering if maybe a couple would survive because the top of the plant is flowering, but I think it's not. I think it's hopeless. This tomato plant just won't quit. It's getting a bit like kind of done. Not because of anything, no problem really, just like diminishing hours of daylight. This is where I harvested the watermelon, so I pulled out the watermelon plant. So I have now 2 rows of arugula. Oh, and then, what is this one? I don't know, something else. Oh, this is my little bee or butterfly water station. This is a very, very dead lemon cucumber. This had a soil-borne disease this year. The only reason I've left it up, which is inadvisable, is because it's currently acting as a deer fence to these lovely carrots that are here. So I'm just waiting until these get big enough, which they almost are, for me to harvest, and then I'll take the cucumber out. It's not good to leave sick plants in the garden, but I'm just doing it anyways. This is a really tall sunflower that apparently a piece of broke overnight, I guess. Some zinnias. I got some new green peppers in here that I'm waiting to turn red. I just harvested a whole bunch of habaneros. And then we have some, this is a very dead tomato plant and a tomato plant that's still going. So actually the brandywine is dead because the other brandywine is about to be dead, but the sun golds just keep on going. I pulled something out of here, I don't remember what, and I have reseeded it with lettuce and carrots and more Chinese broccoli. This is the lemon basil that's going to seed, going to flower. And then I still have some more marigolds that I just left in here, and then more lettuce down in there. Marigold, marigold, marigold party. This is the tomato that needs to come out. I'm just hoping that these big heirlooms down here would get some color before I have to pull the tomato out. So I'm like really waiting till the last minute. And this was where I had some cukes. We got a bunch of cucumbers from them, but they were just like done. So I pulled it out, and these plants were actually just trailing off the side. So I lifted them up and put them back in because I was having to step over them. And then this tomato, as you can see, wants to be, it's not doing great, but I'm also just waiting for this to get a little bit of color, and then I'm going to take it out and probably put some lettuce there. And here's all the habaneros and the sun gold tomatoes that I harvested a couple minutes ago. And that is the September garden tour. Bye.